Oh yeah, what else was I gonna say? Cake frosting. Cake frosting. All cake frosting is lard. They've been doing it for like 100 years or even longer. A lard or butter, which is like a Crisco, or lard or butter, which is a grease. But you don't think of it that way because they add whipping cream and milk to it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of sugar and food coloring, which food coloring is there's not a chemical in it. It's just flavored colored water. I don't know how they do it. Call and ask them. But a cake frosting. So if any girls, young adults, men or women see this, then they know what I'm talking about, and they know they can kind of trust me. And then when they're in their adult lands, when they're looking up homemade recipes from somewhere else, they know somebody's not feeding them a whole bunch of Rachel Ray dog food and saying, well, you make cake frosting with a tuna fish and a little bit of ketchup and mustard, and there's your cake frosting. And if you don't believe me, then call me back and I can charge you more. And they know what's real and what's not, and a little hint so they can go and make it better in their own, and because they're young adults, and tweak it up and make it how they want because they are young adults and have tons of energy and tons of fun in their mind, and they can tweak it up and make it their own and make it fun and not make it me and Rachel's stupid dog food, or on a carrot that we're dangling in front of them, ask them to catch and fetch. You know what I'm saying? Doing the right thing for free. But anyway, so yeah, and if they want to figure out more, then they can pursue it to figure out more exactly how to make cake frosting, but that's how it's made. Old lard, which is grease with a little bit of sugar, and the sugar makes it sweet, and then and then the food coloring. But nowadays they have a little bit more of a to make it a little bit more. But if they ever need to fact check, they got an idea of how it's made and where it comes from, how it's made. What else is it gonna do? Garlic toast is just a piece of butter, a piece of bread, but do not put it in your home toaster. Your home toaster, everything ever. If you make Pop Tarts, or with those other things that are so good, Scroders, toaster strudels, or Pop Tarts. If you make garlic toast in your toaster is ruined. You'll have to buy another one because everything will taste like garlic forevermore. But yeah, if you have an oven, you could take, well, garlic, butter your bread before you put it in the oven, if at worst case, because nowadays you can buy a whole stick of, garlic toast, but garlic toast is not garlic powder. That's concentrated, straight up pure garlic powder. You want garlic salt, which is just a small sprinkle. Oh, cinnamon sugar. This is the best to honeys and young adults, especially young adults. Take toast in your toaster, toast it, and then when it comes out immediately, butter it. Butter it with margarine while it's hot, and the butter will melt like you're making your toast for in the morning. Take your cinnamon sugar, which you can buy cinnamon sugar already made, but if you have to make it homemade, it's just granulated sugar with cinnamon powder, with like a 2 teaspoons and a whole batch of sugar, and you can make a bulk and store it in a can. And that's cinnamon toast. Cinnamon toast is the best. You just take your toast or your bread, put it in a toaster. When it comes out, immediately butter it, and then immediately sprinkle that cinnamon sugar on it, and it's the best. I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, this is my favorite too. Yeah. Take your hot cocoa. Yeah, you might have to watch your stomach a little bit and make sure you're at home. You don't have to every time, but all that weed, it doesn't. It's not harmful. But if you're you have to drive home, you might get a little bit of diarrhea. But it's not nothing major. It's all good. It's just all that weed, bam, bam, slam. But it's my favorite. I ate them as a kid all the time. Is take toast and butter it, and take hot cocoa, and take your toast and cut it at a slant angle so you could dip it in your hot cocoa with the butter already on it. You know what I'm saying? And just, you can cut up like 10 pieces of toast and dip in that hot cocoa, and it is so good. And then another thing is hot cocoa, but yeah, like a loaf of bread dipped in hot cocoa is the best, but sometimes it gives you a little bit of diarrhea, just a little bit. Because, yeah, that's a lot of wheat, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But you have to butter it, to butter that bread in, or that toast, and then cut it on angles so you could dip it. And then good grilled cheese. Yeah, I told you good grilled cheese. And then what else was there? Oh, yeah, what's it called? The best salad dressing ever, better than ranch. Oh, there's these restaurants called Crystals down south, and they have these two different kinds of things. It's like one's called Junkyard and one's not, and it's like considered a side, but it's like a full single person helping. And one's called Junkyard and one's called not, and one's tater tots and one's French fries. That's the difference, and it says a side, and it's like $4, but you're almost getting a full quesadilla. But anyway, one's tater tots and one's French fries, and they take chunks of hamburger, browned and already cooked, and ranch dressing and liquid cheese and melted on either tater tots or the French fries, and ranch dressing, browned already hamburger, cheese, and ranch dressing and cheese, and it is so good. And it's just considered a side, but it's just like a quesadilla, full meal, delicious deal. Let's see, what else do I got? Oh, hot dogs. If you have a stove, or one of those weed torch lighters, put it on a metal fork and torch it, and get it black. And in 60 seconds, you got a burnt weenie. You don't even have to carry in campfire fire, and use your weed torch or those torch lighters, and get a hot dog raw. Don't boil it, and stab it with a metal fork because you can't hold it while you're holding that weed torch. And if you use a Bic lighter in 30 seconds, your Bic lighter is going to melt. But yeah, stab it with a metal fork and don't boil it. Just use your raw hot dog and torch that sucker with your weed torch for 90 seconds until it becomes jet black. And put it on a piece of bread and a sweet pickle relish and ketchup and mustard and onions. And you got yourself one hell of a hot dog. Yeah, those new hot dogs, what they called? Those ones in a can. They might work. They've just been soaking in water to keep them preserved. But yeah, torch that sucker and sweet pickle relish. Sweet pickle relish and tuna fish. Tuna fish. Drain the can. Take 2 scoops of sweet pickle relish and 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and it makes tuna fish. You have to keep it refrigerated because that real mayonnaise, it'll make you sick in the heat. You have to keep it in the refrigerator. You get sick. Deadly sick. You could die. You'll get stomach poisoning. You will die. You're not a round planet in the sky. You will get sick and die. Oh, homemade Subway sandwiches. My friend taught me this in high school. Homemade sandwiches. Oh, yeah. Oh, animal crackers or club crackers. Animal crackers in my soup are just not salties or the club crackers. And I think this is a club sandwich. A Subway sandwich is a club sandwich. That's what he's called back in the day. Plus, you got bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. I never do the tomato and the lettuce. I just do bacon and mayonnaise sandwiches. I love them because everything else just goes bad in the fridge. But club sandwich is club crackers, which is graham crackers are animal crackers. Graham honey crackers are animal crackers in my soup. Club crackers are something else. Club crackers are sweet crackers. It's graham crackers or animal crackers. Saltines or something else. But graham crackers, those honey graham crackers, are animal crackers in your soup. You can buy cake frosting from the dollar store or Walmart and put that on there and then let it soften for a while, and they make really good cookies. Homemade cookies, but it's not a cookie. You can take graham crackers from Walmart, honey graham crackers, which are kind of expensive, and take strawberry cake frosting, vanilla cake frosting, whatever cake frosting they got, which is they got some good ones. Take a fork or spoon and spread it on those graham crackers. and let it sit there for like an hour or two, and you got yourself a good little homemade cookie. It's pretty good. Those are good for saving money too. Way good. I haven't had them in a long time. I'm going to do them, hopefully.